Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Konexio Technical Insights. I am Rahul Randeria and I would be conducting today's show. Today, we would be discussing regarding the trends, the setups, the technical indicators, and the patterns on Nifty, Bank Nifty, and different stocks or asset classes. Let us have some briefing regarding the last video. In the last video, we have discussed that after a breakout, which we were expecting since last couple of weeks, that Nifty is poised to see a breakout of 16,000. Is the setup is well positioned for testing the levels of 16,500 to 16,600 mark. And definitely, last week on Friday, Nifty had almost reached to our target. But last week, after a rally, we were expecting some sort of pullback towards the level of 16,000 mark, but it didn't happen that to that particular intensity. Nifty did got some pullback, but it went just a little bit towards the level of 16,150 or 60 odd marks, and from that again it started rallying towards the target area of 16,500 and 16,600. Now let us see what has happened on the daily charts. You will see on the screen on the daily charts that Nifty has rallied sharply in the last couple of days. Now, the most important thing which I would like to suggest that Nifty saw the breakout of this consolidation range of last 5 to 7 trading sessions, but the traders or the people who usually see the charts, I would like to just have a look around the RSI. RSI is just nearing to its 75 mark, which is just indicating that Nifty is entering into the overbought area of the daily charts. So from here onwards, Nifty might go a little upside, maybe 100, 150 points odd, and then we might see a profit booking coming in at higher levels as the setup is going into overbought territory. And in the past also, in the last couple of months or in the couple of quarters, we have seen that whenever Nifty inches toward the level of 80, the RSI, whenever it inches towards the mark of 80, we have seen, profit booking coming in. So definitely this would be the area when RSI reaches 80, Nifty might see some sort of profit booking coming at the higher levels. So one need to be a little bit of caution. Yes, the undertone is positive. There is no sign of weakness at this point of time. But looking at RSI, I would suggest to be a little bit cautious if Nifty reaches the level of maybe 16,500, 16,650 to 16,700 mark. So these are the probable reasons which I am anticipating some sort of profit booking at the higher levels. So now let us discuss, the important support and resistance for the Nifty for the next week. The important support are placed at 16,447. Below that, the next support is placed at 16,361. And the next support is at 16,280. Whereas on the upside, the first resistance is placed at 16,694. Second resistance is placed at 16,800. And third resistance is placed at 16,867. So these are the support and resistance area where traders needs to watch out for while trading in the Nifty. Now let us discuss in Bank Nifty. In Bank Nifty also, you will see on the charts, in the last couple of weeks, we have been discussing that Bank Nifty has been stuck into a particular broad trading range, maybe 34,000 on the downside and 36,000 on the upside. Most probably, many times it has taken attempt, but it has failed to do so. Again, in the last 2 weeks also, it has been hovering into that particular resistance area. And on the daily charts, if you see in this particular rectangular formation, Bank Nifty has also formed a flag formation. It is on the verge of a breakout. No, though it has not yet breaked out, but definitely looking at this setup, we feel that this time Bank Nifty might see a breakout from these levels and might be inching towards the level of 37,000 to 37,200 mark in the next 2-3 weeks. Now, most important thing which I would like to suggest that next week is a truncated week. Because of Moharram, we are having, I think so, a trading holiday in the next week before an expiry. So definitely we might see some sort of volatility at this point of time, but the strategy should be buy on dips in Bank Nifty also. So again in Bank Nifty, RSI is into a comfort zone. So some sort of upside is seen from these levels, but any pullback in Bank Nifty should be used as a buying opportunity. Now let us discuss the supports and resistance in the Bank Nifty for the next week. The important support in the next week are placed at 35,937. Below that, the next support is placed at 35,537, and third support is placed at 35,207. Whereas on the upside, the first resistance is placed at 36,317. 317. Above that, the next resistance is placed at 36,616, whereas the third resistance is placed at 37,232. So these are the supports and crucial supports and resistance for the Bank Nifty for the next week. So traders are recommended to follow this levels and trade accordingly. So looking at the charts in Nifty and Bank Nifty supports and resistance, it is advisable to wait for some pullback, maybe 1% correction in the Nifty and Bank Nifty, then go long. But as I said, in Nifty it is entering into overbought territory. So maybe a 150 point rally from this level might bring in or might invite profit booking at the higher levels. So traders need to be trade cautiously and trade with strict stop losses. So now let us come into the third segment of the today's show, which is option analysis. In option analysis, what we have seen that we will discuss where there has been a rise in the open interest in the calls inputs in Nifty and Bank Nifty. So now let us discuss the Nifty. In Nifty, you will see on the charts or on the screen that there has been a rise in the open interest in the out of the money calls of 16,600, then 16,700, then 16,800. You can clearly see IVs are low, open interest is rising, the premium prices are going up, which clearly indicates that definitely Nifty might see some follow-up buying from these levels. But again, as I said earlier, 16,700 to 16,800 could act as a major resistance area for the next week. So aggressive traders need to be cautious, try to book profits in Nifty around 16,700 to 16,800 whenever it comes to the next week. Now let us discuss in Nifty puts. In Nifty puts, you will see on the screen, the rise in the open interest was seen in the 16,500 puts, then 16,400 puts, then 16,300 puts. You can clearly see on the screen that there has been a rise in the open interest, and there has been a little bit of call writing seen, put writing seen in the Nifty out of the money. The strong concentration of the writing was seen in the level of 16,400. So this would act as a support, first support, strong support for the Nifty. That 16,400 could act as a strong support because there has been a strong rise in the open interest, whereas the reduction in the premium of the puts. So definitely Nifty might see initially some pullback, and then we might see a rally towards 16,700 and 16,800. So traders are suggested to trade accordingly, looking at these particular strike prices. Please watch out for the IVs. In Nifty puts, there has been a rise in the IVs, implied volatility. So because of that, we have seen the strong writing in Nifty puts. So again, as I said, 16,400 could act as a strong support for the next week. Now let us discuss the rise in the open interest in Bank Nifty calls and puts. Now let us discuss the rise in the Bank Nifty calls. In Bank Nifty calls, what we have seen, there has been a rise in the open interest seen in 36,300 calls, 36,600 calls, and 37,000 and 37,000 calls. So again, what we have seen that there has been a slight increase in the option premium. But what I want to say that at least from this point of time, at least Bank Nifty can uh, rally towards a level of 36,600, and if it sustains about those levels, then we might see Bank Nifty testing the level of 37,000. Definitely, but technically, what we have seen that it has given some sort of uh, strength on the daily charts, and Bank Nifty is about to see a breakout about those levels, which was the flag pattern what we have seen on the daily charts. So I think that is why we have not seen most of a strong rise in the open interest and rise in the premium in Bank Nifty into this particular strike price, because the traders are watching out for a breakout in Bank Nifty, and I strongly believe that this week we might see breakout in this particular range. So definitely any pullback in Bank Nifty should be used as a buying opportunity also. Now let us discuss in Bank Nifty puts. In Bank Nifty puts, the strong open interest was seen in 36,000 puts, then 35,500 puts, then 35,000 puts. Here you can clearly see there has been a rise in the open interest. The implied volatility are also going high, and there has been a strong reduction in the Bank Nifty puts, which clearly indicates that the option traders or the smart money is waiting for Bank Nifty to break out from the upside. Yes, they have not built up strong long position in Bank Nifty out of the money calls, but this out of the money Bank Nifty puts are clearly indicating that there has been strong writing in this particular puts. Say for example, 35,500 puts and 35,000 puts, which clearly indicates that any pullback in Bank Nifty might see a rally in Bank Nifty in this week. As I said, it is a truncated week because a trading holiday. We might see volatility, so traders are suggested to trade with strict stop losses. Any pullback in Nifty and Bank Nifty should be used as a buying opportunity for at least 1.2 to 2% upside in next week for the Bank Nifty and Nifty from the current level. So friends, let us come to the final segment of our show, which is the positional call. Uh, Again, in positional call, I have identified one stock which is from banking sector, and which is the leader and the biggest PSU bank, which is SBI. You will see on the screen that SBI, after a breakout in end of the June and July, the end of the May and June, it has given a breakout, but for next 2.5 months, it has consolidated. Then in the recent past, maybe prior to 10-15 days, it has witnessed a breakout. It rallied towards a level of 470, and again witnessed a pullback. Now what we have seen earlier, this particular juncture, what I mentioned, that strong support, you can clearly see a blue horizontal line, which has mentioned that 410 or 415 has acted as a very strong support, which was prior a resistance area. Multiple time it has taken support, and it has rallied from these lines. Initially the rallies were very minor, but during the end of the July, what we have seen, it has seen a sharp rally. Again, then a pullback in August. Again, it has taken support at this particular blue line. And now again, as I said, the Bank Nifty is on the verge of a breakout from the consolidation phase. So I feel that SBI would be the stock would give a breakout in Bank Nifty. So definitely the position traders and swing traders can accumulate the stock at current levels. RSI is also in the midway, which is a comfort zone. Volumes are slowly and gradually picking up. The price volume action is showing strength at this level. So swing traders, position traders, those who want to take a long call in SBI for next 2 to 3 months can buy the stock at current levels, which is 431, and on corrections to 410 for an upside target of 470. So this is a positional call for next 2 to 3 months or 4 months. Traders and swing traders can buy the stock for an upside target of 470. So friends, thank you very much for watching the show. Any suggestion you can give in the comment box. Uh, as I said, next week is a truncated week. We might see highly volatile trading sessions to trade with strict stop losses. Have a nice trading week. Thank you.